What's in that box?
Pete's background keeps changing. It's a new game. Find what's new in Pete's.
Find what's new.
Find what's
new behind Pete.
I think that Marie Kondo is in that box. She tried to organize your shelving routine, and she gave you joy, but so you kept her, but you just put her in a box.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you should have seen the place before she got here.
Yes,
it was twice as bad.
That's right.
But I rapidly discovered that the joy I get from having this stuff is much more than the joy I get from getting rid of it. So I'm getting rid of her.
That's right.
So
Get
rid of her.
Does the case of Menon Speed Stick from 1998 give you joy?
It does. It does.
Give somebody else joy. That's for
absolutely.
Sure. Or at least less headache.
Less headache, more joy.
Yeah, more joy for other people than me.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. All right, everybody. Welcome out to this special Super Bowl Sunday broadcast of the Lager Room. If you've been waiting for us to start, sorry, we were having a couple of technical difficulties, but we obviously got them taken care of. This liquor back here helped get those taken care of, but we actually are ready to go now. So now that Marie Kondo is safely in the box, we can get started with the show.
Our ratings would be a lot higher if she was out of the box.
This is true. This is true.
I don't. No hashtags Marie Kondo out of the closet.
Absolutely. So happy Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. My chili's
Is it Super Bowl Sunday? Is this really going to happen?
I do believe it is, actually.
Wow.
I believe it is. My chili's going already. Yours?
Chili?
Chili, yeah. You make it.
I'm not
chili.
making any chili today. I'm going to make some artichoke dip.
Artichoke dip.
Very nice.
That's interesting.
I'm actually not making anything.
No?
I was going to make the buffalo wing dip, but just didn't have time to get it together. And
No, that's
I think my wife is making some stuff. So
Gotcha. Well, I got the chili going. We're doing wings later, and there might be a sandwich involved at some point. So we got a nice big loaf of Italian bread.
Here's an interesting.
We got some gabagool downstairs too.
We got a little gabagool and some manigold.
Pasolini, pazzolone.
Exactly.
Friend of mine asked, my cousin actually asked, what was the best Super Bowl snack? And here were the answers he got.
Go for it.
I forget her name.
Blankets. Yeah, well, pigs and blankets, nachos, and wings were the first three. So just pose that as a little trivia question. I said wings.
Yeah, mine's chili. Mine's always chili. I make chili every year that we have a party or at least our home. Normally, actually, the last several years, I've been up in Boston for the Super Bowl because I've been working at Beer Fest that weekend, and we instead of rushing home on Sunday, we just stay up there and watch it up there.
Yeah, but that's not really a snack.
No, it's
Boston's not a snack. It's more than a snack. It's a full meal.
Boston is a full meal these days.
It's hard to get a snack in Boston. Chili, I don't know if that qualifies as a snack. I mean, yeah, you could eat a little bit of it.
You eat a little bit, and then you have a couple wings, and then you have a little more.
Like no one's going to eat a couple bites of chili. Like you would have a couple of pigs in blankets. So
finger food. It's got to be, I think, finger food.
Finger food.
Yeah, like
chili's not finger food.
Chili can be finger food, but only in only with certain supervision.
Well, certain countries, right? They just put it in the middle of the table and everyone just reaches.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
But like shrimp puffs.
That's right.
You have those kind of hors d'oeuvres, little mini quiches,
right?
Things like that.
Right.
Yeah. Chips and dip, straight up chips and dip.
No, I would say in that respect, I would say probably wings and nachos.
Probably wings, right? Yeah.
Wings and nachos.
I mean, chips and dips and pretzels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are the things that.
Crudité.
Little crudité.
Which Super Bowl parties are you going to?
Well, listen,
a little fancy out there on the island.
No, it's so I can justify having the other stuff.
Shrimp cocktail.
We have lobster thermidor.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
my favorite snack is manigot.
There you go.
A little manigot with some prosciutto.
The Giants are playing. Bring the manigot.
Bring the manigot. Manigot. You got to have that. And that's finger food, right? Manigot.
It can be. If you're a heathen.
If you're a heathen, you can eat it with your fingers.
Other than pizza, there's really no Italian finger food.
No.
Pizza's got to be pizzerias today are going to be. They're probably tripling their.
I think they're bringing extra ovens and.
If you got a little bruschetta. That's kind of a finger food.
Is it bruschetta or bruschetta?
It's a bruschetta.
It's bruschetta unless you're from Bayonne. It's bruschetta.
It's bruschetta.
Yeah, there's no A in it. It's bruschetta.
Bruschetta. Sourdough.
You sound like a little French girl when you do your Italian.
Wait, which one of us?
Well,
Well, maybe I am.
Maybe you are.
The ironic thing is all three of us are Italian. It's the weird thing, but that we're all. Never mind. Anyway, silence on the other end. Nothing. I just floored you guys.
Jersey Johnny. How could you not be at least part Italian?
Exactly. You look at this nose and you can't make that mistake.
Hey, my name ends in a vowel. I think
that nose came from the other side of the equation.
That was a football injury when I was in 6th grade. That's the problem.
No, what I meant is your other.
I know.
Yeah, your dad's certainly not Italian. But
my dad's not Italian, and I got his nose. That's for sure. I know. Yes. But in any event.
All right. Enjoy the Super Bowl, everyone.
Right.
Thanks.
This has been our Super Bowl show.
That's right. Brought to you
Well,
by...
we told you we were going to break up the monotony. So talking about my nose and bruschetta is definitely breaking up the monotony.
Big topics. Big topics.
Joke in my room. Well, we were talking about Super Bowl snacks. So
next week, I'm going to have a telestrator, and I'm going to diagram Pete's storage room.
Pete's storage area right behind him. What's funny is you can't see
something new every week.
What's funny is you can't see in front of him. It's the kitchen. You can't. It's just.
He's actually outside.
He's actually outside.
Yep.
Somebody else's house.
Yeah, I'm not even home right now. Yeah. Some people, they moved out. I think
somebody's shed had Wi-Fi.
He's broadcasting from his shed in the backyard.
No, actually, it's my neighbors. They went to Florida for the winter, and I decided to move in. It's just a couple houses down, and I got the whole place to myself.
So wait, is that Emerson Boozer's house?
No, that's
he's next door.
Yes, I'm getting closer.
You're getting closer, little by little.
I'm
closer.
I'm now illegally squatting in the house next to Emerson Boozer's house.
There you go.
What was it? I think it was that episode of Shameless where what's his name's character? He starts hanging out with this woman, finds out she's leaving, going out of the country, and so he breaks into her house and starts squatting there, only to find out that the gardener is doing the same thing. and they wind up hanging out together for the whole winter in this huge mansion.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that's really good. And who could
Frank?
forget?
Yeah, Frank Gallagher.
Frank Gallagher, gotta love him. So, anybody watch NFL Honors last night?
Mm-mm.
You did.
No,
I did.
Is this like the Kennedy Honors?
It's the Kennedy Honors, yes. Pretty much. Well, just to recap some of the winners. As we all expected, Aaron Rodgers won the MVP.
And he got engaged.
He got engaged. He did get engaged. He did.
At the award show?
No.
He
just
did.
Before, actually.
That's right.
Just before.
He stood up to go up and accept the award, and she kneels down in front of him and says, "Will you marry me?"
Who is he? Is it the race car driver or bullfighter? Who is he dating now?
Is he still dating Danica Patrick?
I don't know. It was Olivia Munn,
Olivia Munn. Oh, who was dating Danica Patrick?
Maybe it is Dan. Is it Danica Patrick? I don't know.
I'll have to look really quick.
I don't know.
Aren't they the same person, basically?
Olivia Munn and Danica Patrick.
Or Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
2 out of those 3 are very
similar. All right, let's see here. Let's see what the... Doesn't say. 29, Shailene Woodley.
Fans who hoped wedding bells would ring for Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick were disappointed to learn that after 2 years of dating, the Green Bay Packers quarterback and retired NASCAR driver are calling it quits. And that was only 4 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, so unless something else happened and they got back together.
That was a long time ago.
Vanity Fair reported 34 minutes ago that Aaron Rodgers says he's engaged following rumors he's dating Shailene Woodley.
Is that his daughter? I mean, not.
I think she could be.
She just looks very young, and he's, looks his age.
They started off as friends, but things turned romantic.
There you go. So
she's only 12 years younger than him. That's good.
12 years younger than him.
Yeah. She looks like she's 18.
She might be.
She's not. She's
not that old, but
she's 29.
29.
Yeah. That's still goddamn young.
Yeah, she's
well, another reason to love Aaron Rodgers.
There you go. Good job,
for
Aaron.
him. 12 years younger.
And MVP.
And MVP
for the 3rd time.
And she's got a job.
Will be. Well, they all have had jobs. He's,
Danica Patrick has a pretty good job, I thought.
Yeah, Olivia Munn's had a job. It's not like me. It's not like he's, So I would only marry him without a prenup.
There you go.
Actually, I wonder who's made more career money, Olivia Munn or Shailene Woodley.
We'll have to get on that
because Woodley had she was hot a couple years ago.
Yeah.
She had a couple of big movies and one of those.
I would wager to guess that both of them individually have made a lot more than either of us.
Yeah. And probably all three of us put together.
I would bet more confidently on that than the Giants winning the Super Bowl next year.
You know what? You're probably right.
Yes.
You're probably right. The chances are much more greater that would happen. So, moving on.
Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers.
Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers.
Good for him. Couldn't be happier.
As a breeze through of some of these other awards, Offensive Player of the Year was Derrick Henry.
Yes.
Okay.
Defensive Player of the Year. What?
And his unit dread.
Yes. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald.
Okay.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, Justin Herbert. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Chase Young. Comeback Player of the Year, Alex Smith. Coach of the Year, Kevin Stefanski. Walter Payton Man of the Year was Russell Wilson. And then Assistant Coach of the Year was Brian Dable, the offensive coordinator from the Bills. Then they got into a couple of what I call prop awards. So, Clutch Performance Play of the Year. Want to take a guess?
Patrick Mahomes. Is it a play or a play?
It's a play. Clutch Performance Play of the Year. Specific play. Should be too far a walk.
The interception in the championship game? I don't know.
No.
Is this not in the playoffs?
No, it's not in the playoffs. It's during the year, during the regular season.
I don't know. Just tell us.
Hail Murray.
Yeah.
The Hail Murray. So
it's been. That feels like 2 seasons ago. That was when. Remember when everybody was thinking Murray was going to be the MVP?
Yeah. He was going to be the MVP. Yeah. Fantasy Player of the Year.
Oh, that would have to be Deshaun Watson.
Nope.
Is it a quarterback?
Should be. It's a quarterback. Yeah.
It's Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
Patrick Mahomes.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Josh Allen.
There you go. That's the one.
See, you just got to keep picking them off.
Keep picking them off.
Down the list.
That's good because I can't remember any other quarterback.
So once you get to
I know it wasn't Mitchell Trubisky.
It was not Mitchell Trubisky. It was, however, Sam Bradford Arnold.
Yes, he was runner-up, I believe.
He was runner-up.
Also now known as Barnold.
Barnold.
Runner-up in our hearts.
Barnold. Sam Barnold.
Barnold is trending on the old tweets and twats.
It was not this guy, though. We know that.
No.
I wonder what he's doing these days. I wonder.
Shad Pennington. What is he doing these days?
I'm guessing relaxing somewhere in, I don't know, Idaho.
Probably Idaho.
Probably having hot wings.
Probably having hot wings.
And chili.
And he's definitely not having any Menegot.
He's not having any Menegot.
That face has maybe never had Menegot.
I don't know. Do you think he orders gabagool right there?
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think he eats at Applebee's, and I don't even think Applebe's are open anymore.
Probably
I think he might stop by the deli counter and pick up a half a pound of Capicola.
Capicola.
Because they like that Capicola.
What is
do they use real cola in the Capicola, or is it a different kind of cola?
How do they go from Capicola to Gabagool?
I worked at a deli, this privately owned place, and they called it Ham Cappy.
Ham Cappy, yeah. I've seen that. Yeah, absolutely. Cappy.
Where was that? In Kentucky?
I was in New Paltz, New York.
Yeah, no. Well,
real New Paltz. They're very fancy there. They all walk around with their fingers out.
Ham Cappy.
Yeah. Well, they're just pointing.
Well, probably because he got sick of explaining to people what it was. What's Capicola? It's like
I would think in New Paltz. I mean, Rochester is basically just people from the Bronx who got out of the Bronx. I mean, Westchester. So I mean, New Paltz is just a step. Come on, it's not that many generations removed.
No, New Paltz. Look, it's a college town. There's a SUNY school there. It's kind of a hippie place.
Sure.
So it used to be surrounded by IBM way back in the day.
Sure.
You had IBM Poughkeepsie and IBM Newburgh and IBM Kingston.
It used to be about the gabagool, and now it's about the kombucha.
Used to be about the Grateful Dead and the gabagool.
Yeah, we went from gabagool to kombucha.
Yeah.
In New Paltz. So now it's Ham Cappy.
White Moonlight Cafe opened and
exactly.
offered falafels. It was all downhill.
It was all downhill from there.
Hey, nothing wrong with the good. That's a good Super Bowl snack.
There you go.
Yeah.
We also had
some falafel.
Good falafel on Super Bowl is. But do you cut it up and make a finger food, or do you eat a whole
No,
falafel yourself?
they are finger food. They're little round.
Yeah, it's just a little
I'm
round.
not talking about the actual falafel, the actual fried up chickpeas. I'm talking about the whole pita sandwich.
No, you just have individual falafels and you put them on your plate. It's not a falafel sandwich.
Right.
You can make a falafel sandwich if you so.
That's true.
Serve.
You have the little falafels, a couple of dips.
Dip it in some hummus, put some hot sauce on it.
You got the yogurt sauce.
That's
got
right.
the
wrap it in some gabagool.
Wrap it in
You're
some
good to go.
gabagool and a piece of prosciutto.
Gabagool and mozzarella
That's
on a falafel sandwich.
That's right.
It's not a falafel sandwich anymore.
It's not your. It's definitely not. It's a Goomba falafel.
It's a Goombaf. It's a
A Goombafel.
A Goombafel.
Then it's a mini gyro with
Goombalafel.
That's right.
Goombalafel.
Vinny's.
It's a Goombalafel.
Vinny's Heroes.
Vinny's Heroes. There you go. Folks, before anybody gets upset, we are all Italians, so we're good.
So we're only making fun of the other ethnicities.
So in any event, FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Year. FedEx Air and Ground Player.
My guy's pretty good. He always leaves the package behind the bush.
I thought they were gonna Mike and Joe. I thought those were gonna be the winners of that.
So one is a receiver and one is a running back.
Air and Ground Players of the Year. One is has something to do with the ball flying in the air, so it can be a receiver or a quarterback.
Is it Graham Gano?
It's not Graham Gano. No. And
that would have been sweet.
And the other one is somebody that runs the ball. So I mean that's either a running back or
I'm waiting with bated breath. Please sell us.
It's such a far walk. Aaron Rodgers and Derrick Henry. So
they just made up other awards for people who already won awards.
Already won awards. Yeah, they just gave another one. They hadn't needed another one.
Yeah.
So.
Who won COVID Spreader of the Year award?
COVID Spreader of the Year.
Who was the super spreader?
Did that go to Tennessee or Baltimore?
It went
or
to
the Steelers.
It was a tie.
Well, it's not over because I think today is going to be the super spreader event of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then no one will care because the season will be over.
It'll be over.
There'll
be reports.
I'm not talking just in the stadium or on the field. I'm talking just in this country.
Oh, I agree.
Oh, football, parties and whatever. So.
It's hard. It's hard to eat your buffalo wings with a mask on.
Yeah, you can't.
It's
really
you can't get together and we just have like you have an eating pod. Like a little area,
individual eating. No, they have them out here. They have.
You got the plastic curtain all the way around.
COVID huts.
Yeah, you take your food, you go sit in the pod, and then you eat. Then you put your mask back on, and you come out. You can see the game through the plastic.
Every once in a while, somebody comes by and hoses off.
I was going to say, do they microban the entire inside of the pod though after you leave? Each time
they microban you.
You wave a little ultraviolet light at it.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Splash some bleach in, throw some ultraviolet light in there.
Yep.
Good to go. That makes for a really nice dining experience afterwards, I'll tell you.
Well, the first guy enjoys it. After that, not so much.
Oh, I gotta love it. There's a couple other words here I'll just leave off. There was the last two actually were the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award. They gave out a sportsmanship award.
Ben Roethlisberger.
That went to Ben Roethlisberger. No, that went to Myles Garrett last year.
Really?
Not at all.
Best alternative use of a football helmet.
Right, exactly. No, that this year went to Teddy Bridgewater. He was
Bridgewater.
He was a good sport.
Poor guy.
He's a good sport. Yeah.
I can't believe he's.
Yeah.
He's not the heir apparent to Drew Brees.
No, well, he's in Carolina now. So.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I thought he would have been.
Sure, he would have been. Yeah, but apparently they're
higher on what's his name?
On
Fancy Pants.
Yeah, him.
Fancy Pants McGillicuddy.
Fancy Pants McGillicuddy. He's a very unsung quarterback. He's FPM. Fancy Pants McGillicuddy. That's his given name actually.
You don't hear about him because no one wants to say his name.
No, you don't. FPM.
Yeah. Look at that shake and shimmy by Fancy Pants McGillicuddy.
You gotta love that. Shake and shimmy by Fancy Pants McGillicuddy.
He's got a tight spiral.
I tell you.
He does.
Right, moving on. On that note.
Spiral ham?
He's got a tight spiral ham. Yes, he does. And he Okay. Celebration of the Year was the last award they gave out, and that was
Mark Bavaro.
Celebration of this year. So, that was the Steelers. The Steelers all celebrated Chase Claypool's touchdown.
Oh,
Week 10 end zone performance in Jacksonville after Claypool's 31-yard TD reception from Ben Roethlisberger took the prize. I'm not sure what they did. I think they all did the electric slide is what they did. It could very well have. I was just spitballing. Anyway, they also announced the Hall of Fame class last night.
Wait, Sturgis wasn't the celebration of the year?
Sturgis was not the celebration. No, it was not. They also announced the Hall of Fame class last night.
Yeah, good. Everybody, no arguments there, right?
Did you see the class?
I did not. It was a Zoom class, and my internet connection was not.
So you didn't. So you weren't able to take that class.
I mean, I briefly read about it. Sitting and watching Hall of Fame. I've never watched a Hall of Fame.
There was nothing else on TV last night.
It's the gold.
It was either Netflix
it's the
or
gold jackets. I just feel like I'm buying a house from somebody in 1973.
Yeah, but you like Century 21.
I thought it was, yes. Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, it's so out of date now, though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
They finally 22.
They finally caught up to their name. What are they going to do in 100 years?
Like you used to be forward thinking, but now you're just with
today.
The times.
It's like with the times. Yeah,
you're so today. Forget
That's
it.
Right.
Ridiculous. Yeah,
you're gonna buy a house from you.
Who the hell cares about that? Yeah, Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Megatron. We spoke about this before. He didn't play long enough, right? I mean, he wasn't.
He could have played 3 seasons. I think had he kept playing and had he not been in Detroit, I think we would be talking about him as the best receiver of all time.
Actually, to be quite honest with you, he probably wouldn't even be able to be in the Hall of Fame yet because he'd still be, at least playing or have retired more recently than 5 years ago. So,
how old is he?
27.
No.
I don't know. It's the Koufax rule. He just didn't play long enough.
He didn't play long enough, right? Yeah.
He's in though.
Yeah.
Right?
There he is.
Yeah.
No, he's in.
Yeah.
Let's see how old he is here. He's 35. 35.
Yeah.
He played from 2007 to 2015. So he got in. This was his first ballot. So he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He's 35. So I mean, he could have still been playing, depending on the team he's on, or at least maybe retired within the last.
I mean, here's the thing though. He was a 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All Pro. I'm wondering how many people that are in the Hall of Fame even have those
numbers
attributes next to them.
Right. Exactly. Well, you'd hope that a lot.
He had 11,000, almost 12,000 receiving yards in 8 seasons?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's crazy. And let's
on Detroit.
Yeah. Let's think about this for 1 second, though. Okay. 6-time Pro Bowler, 3-time first team All Pro. All right. Now, you would expect that people in the Hall of Fame have those numbers, but also probably played 15 years to get those numbers, or 12 or something like that. Played 8, and he has those numbers. So you can look at the percentage of, the amount of times he had those over the course of his career. But yeah, you're right. You're right, and deservedly so. Him and Peyton Manning getting in on their first ballots.
Peyton Manning played 28 seasons. So.
Peyton Manning played 20.
I mean, there's got to be other people who've played. I mean, Gale Sayers is in the Hall of Fame, isn't he? I mean, his situation was obviously different, but Calvin Johnson just decided, I'm done, and that's fine. I mean, I feel like this was not a discussion with Barry Sanders.
No, it was not.
And arguably, I mean, Sanders was elite. Calvin Johnson was elite. He could probably step on the field today and start somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely.
His physical, he was so different because of his size at the time when he came into the league, and his speed and his ability. I mean, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, and of course, he protected the Earth.
He did.
The other Decepticons.
That's right.
Nobody talks about that anymore.
Well, I mean,
I think that's
kind
why
of falls by the wayside.
How many years has he done that?
Well, 60.
Yeah,
at least. Yeah.
I think that's why he left early. It was just, it
was too much to do both
between football and the Decepticons. Just like he didn't have time to go out and get the mail.
Seriously,
he was very, very busy.
He didn't.
He chose to save our planet over another couple years.
Much more noble choice, definitely.
Yeah, he deserves a Sportsman Year of the Year.
Absolutely.
Or the
absolutely.
Walter Payton Award. Give it to Russell. What did he ever do?
Well, Russell Wilson. Well, I mean, it's off the field. The Walter Payton Man of the Year Award is for off the field things. And just
like saving the Earth.
Like saving the Earth, exactly. That's
from domination by an evil robot race.
Exactly.
Now, again,
who else is in the Hall of Fame class?
What did Russell Wilson do?
What did Russell Wilson do? That compares to what Megatron done.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's a whole podcast. Is Russell Wilson really that nice? Come on.
Sierra thinks so.
Yeah.
Who else is it? Well, the three that got in, on the fresh ballots, if you will, the new ballots or whatever, they're all first ballot Hall of Famers. So Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Calvin Johnson, Drew Pearson got in.
I couldn't believe he wasn't in.
I couldn't believe he wasn't in either.
Again,
he wasn't in already.
Yeah.
So, but we got a comment here. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, John Donovan just said it. Yeah, he's the Gale Sayers of receivers.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, absolutely right, John.
Thanks, John. Thanks for justifying my strange random thought that I had there that actually made sense.
Yeah, this is true. But I couldn't believe Drew Pearson was in. Alan Faneca, the offensive lineman for the.
By the way, Drew Pearson is a New Jersey guy.
Yeah, Pearson is from Jersey, or was from Jersey. Alan Faneca, offensive lineman for the Steelers back in the Bettis days. He got in.
Pearson only played 10 seasons.
Was that it? Really?
73 to 83. So 10 or 11, however that worked out.
Right.
And
actually, Faneca played for the Jets a couple of years, I think.
And Drew Pearson has about 6,000 less yards receiving than Calvin Johnson. So, yeah. Different. I understand different era, but
yeah, he's played for the Steelers from '98 to 07. He played for the Jets 08 and 09, and then Cardinals 1 year.
Yep.
So he's been out. I mean, he's been out 10 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not necessarily a legacy pick.
Who's this?
Alan Faneca.
Yeah.
So, but Bill Nunn got in.
One of the best. I mean, I think he deserves. Faneca's a great. One of the. I think he's probably top 10 guards of all time.
Yeah, no, he definitely belonged there. So it was good that he got in. And then there's another Jets name because you know how you don't go in. You go in as you, right? You don't go in as a team. So if you played for whatever team, that's somebody from that team that's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the Jets have a lot of those that were on their last leg. We'll sign you.
There you go.
You're 39. Come on over.
You're going to Hall of Fame, so we can have another.
That's right, another banner on our.
No, but it's true though. He's in. He played for the Jets for 2 years, so he was like. I mean, there's so many Giants that made their name out from the Giants. There's so many on a lot of teams too. Unless you played with one team your entire career, if you're in the Hall of Fame, you're in for multiple teams. So, but it's all about the player when you go in the Hall of Flame. I said that again. Hall of Flame.
Hall of Flame. That's
Hall of Flame. That's a completely different hall.
That's a different podcast.
It's a different podcast too.
Yeah, it's a much better ceremony.
It's a much more odd ceremony, but
not odd.
More
just more interesting.
More interesting. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway,
production value is a lot better.
Definitely odd. Bill Nunn. Bill Nunn, the former director of player personnel and sports writer. He was a scout for the Steelers for years. He's in. That's a legacy pick. He passed away 7 years ago. So he's in now. And then John Lynch got in, and Tom Flores got in the Hall too. So there you go. Tom Flores. Only there's some trivia for you. I've got some trivia here. Tom Flores is the only player in the Hall of Fame that won a Super Bowl as a player, as an assistant coach, and as a head coach. So
there you go.
He won with the Chiefs when he was on the Chiefs. Last year of his career, actually, last year of his playing career. And then he won back in the 69 season. And then he won as an assistant coach with Madden. And then he won the 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders as head coach in the 80s. So there you go. Those are That's the Hall of Fame class for this year. So, congratulations to all the award recipients last night and all of the Hall of Fame inductees that were announced last night. So, kudos to you guys. Odd year, but hey, you know what? You got in. And Eli Manning tweeted before that he. Let me pull up the tweet here. It said, congrats to my big bro on the Hall of Fame announcement. I am so proud and honored to be your little brother and to have watched your entire career. Well deserved. That's from Eli to Peyton.
Good job,
Twitter.
Eli. That's the best you could come up with.
Well, it was on Twitter, so he's got a limited amount of characters.
No,
I'm sure he called him too at some point.
Nobody questions Eli's character.
No, you don't want to do that. He's a good guy, and apparently big Frank's Red Hot sauce user,
and a big Frank Zappa fan.
Big Frank Zappa fan.
So he likes things named Frank.
Anything named Frank. Yes.
That's right.
To be frank with you, he likes Frank.
Yes. I don't. That's okay.
Likes Franks and beans.
What else is on the agenda?
What else is on the agenda? Well, let's see. We wanted to get some prop bets going. So, what do you guys think? Who's going to make? Harry, you came up with this one. Who's going to score? Who's going to score more points today? Collectively, both teams, the total amount of points scored today, or the Knicks tonight?
I'm gonna go with the Knicks. Well, are the Knicks playing tonight? They played last night.
Are they playing back to back, or maybe tomorrow night? Yeah.
Oh, they're playing today. Actually, the Knicks are playing.
Yeah.
They're playing the Heat today.
I knew they were playing today. Yeah,
the depleted Heat. We've been talking. What's going on with the Heat? By the way, not to change the subject, but like, are they ever going to have any of their normal players play again? Is Jimmy Butler just had COVID for 7 months? I don't know what's going on with them.
I'm not sure. We'll have to check that out.
I
think a lot of them actually drove up to Tampa to see the Super Bowl. So
it's 5-2 Knicks right now. So
there you go. So they're halfway there.
Halfway there.
Jimmy Butler is playing.
All right.
Butler's playing. There you go.
There you go.
So Butler, Olenek, Adebayo, Kendrick Nunn, and Duncan Robinson.
I think the Knicks will score more than
the combined score of the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. I think you're right. I would have
probably. How about first half?
That's
a more.
Wait, the Knicks score more points than the total amount of points scored in the first half.
No. Well, the Knicks score more in the first half.
Yeah. And the total of the game.
The total of the game. That's a closer. No,
I don't think so.
No, the total of the game will be more than
the total of the game will probably be in the high 50s to 60s, and I don't think the Knicks.
I think the Knicks are putting up 60 against Miami today.
Well, right now they already got 7 points, so they obviously the extra point was good, and Miami's safety. Miami's
only got a safety. So.
Miami tackled Elfrid Payton in the end zone, so this is going to be a barn burner.
This is true. I think you're right. I think the Knicks score more. The Knicks score less points than the.
And it's okay if they don't, because I mean, what you have to watch with the Knicks is how if they're going to hold the Heat to less points.
Right.
That's really the key.
I think the Knicks are going to go off today. I think they're going to have a
let's hope so.
Higher first half total in the game.
10-2. They just kicked the field goal.
I don't see like a 37-34 Super Bowl.
Reggie Bullock already has 6 points.
I think they're going to do it.
There you go. So they kicked the field goal, so now it's 7. Now it's 10-2.
10-2. Yeah.
10-2. Look at that. All right. Well, you know what? I think let's put it that way. So Harry and I are saying no. The Knicks won't score as many points in the first half as the total score of the game. And
I'd say yes.
Pete, you're saying yes, and then we all agree that the total score of the game will be lower than the Knicks' final score.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Knicks are going to put up like 90.
Well,
60 in the first half and 30 in the second.
I'm going 102. 102.
They're going to win 90-88.
I'm saying 102. Well, I'm going 102. 102. Somewhere in there is final score. Final Knicks total. Here's one for you. Will Travis Kelce have more yards than the Knicks final score?
Yes.
Silence. Travis Kelce will have more yards than the Knicks final score.
I think Travis Kelce is going to dissect it. I think the tight ends on both sides are going to have big games.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it might not necessarily be Gronk.
I was going to say, you're not talking about Gronk, right?
Well, what's his name is back. So for Tampa Bay. So, I mean, combined, I think they will. Gronk could have a big game. You never know.
Gronk could end up like with.
I mean, Mike Evans is a tight end.
Gronk could have like 3 catches for 31 yards and 2 touchdowns or something like that.
Right.
Get it to them when they're down close.
Is it not, I've said this before, and I got to bring it up again. Is it just me, or does it look like when Gronk catches the ball and is running, he moves through everybody, and people can't tackle him because he's pushing them off, right? But doesn't he look like he's running in slow motion? Is it just?
Well, yeah, he's a big dude.
But he's moving fast, but he just looks like he's moving so slow.
He's still moving a lot faster than any of us.
He moves, absolutely.
Yeah, no, he lumbers a little bit more than he used to, but he posts up rather than he doesn't do a post route. He posts up.
This is the foot skid ball.
He goes down and gets underneath the goal post and kind of.
I mean, the biggest heart attack I ever had in a Super Bowl was that last Hail Mary, the Giants and Patriots, and Gronk almost caught that.
He did almost catch it. He was right.
And that was just like, oh shit.
That would have blown away every Giant fan, and the Hail Mary would have meant nothing this year if that happened. So.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, Aaron Rodgers has done that a bunch, right?
13-4. Knicks over the Heat.
13-4. Wow.
2 safeties.
They keep this going, they may win the game.
At this rate.
But we'll see. All right, let's switch it up. Will the final score of the game, the amount of points totaled, be more or less than Miami's total points?
I think we need to move on to the next topic.
Yeah, you didn't answer me about Travis Kelce, Pete. Pat.
More than the Knicks' total point score?
Travis Kelce runs more yards than the Knicks'
receiving yards. Total yards for Travis Kelce.
They're gonna.
He's thinking, folks.
No, I think. I think he's going to have a big day.
He's going to have a big day.
So yeah, so no, he will have more yards.
He will have more yards. I'm gonna say yeah too. All three of us are in agreement with that. So all right. So we only waiver is the half score.
All right, let's see what the coin says.
What does the coin say?
Heads will be Kelce.
Heads will be Kelce. Tails will be Knicks. Tails is Knicks for all of these. So
okay.
What does the coin say?
Coin says tails.
Coin says tails, so it's going with the Knicks.
There we go.
For that one.
And then first half, whatever the bet was.
Knicks.
Comes up heads.
Heads, it's going with the
the over. The over will be more.
So the over for Travis Kelce in Vegas is 97.5, and the sports model is projecting it to be 103.
All right, there you go.
So we'll see. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. And the coin is going with you, Pete, on the half score.
Me and the coin taking the Knicks in the first half.
There you go. And what about the total game score for the coin? The coin's going
do we have 3?
Yeah, we had 3. The final score versus the Knicks total.
Oh, okay. But you're writing this down, right?
I wrote it all down.
Okay. I got it. Heads.
Heads. So it's going with wow. It's saying that the total points in the game are going to be more than the Knicks' final score.
That doesn't seem reasonable.
It doesn't, but that's what the coin's going with.
Well, George Washington knows.
There you go. Well, we'll see how that pans out, and we'll bring it up on Wednesday again on the show. So there you go. So anyway, all right. So what are you guys doing today? Are you gonna watch a bunch of the pregame stuff, or are you gonna put it off and turn it on right at 6:30? What are you doing?
Depends on when we get done with this podcast.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to be done in about 20 minutes.
So,
I don't know. I got a little bit of work to do today, but I really don't feel like watching much of the pregame stuff.
No,
I might go down in a couple hours and maybe put on a movie.
There you go.
And just kind of, I have no desire whatsoever to hear anyone say anything about the Super Bowl.
So you're gonna watch Gus?
Until I might watch Gus, or I might pop on the garbage picking field goal kicking Philadelphia Phenom. I think that's probably about 89 minutes.
That's probably a good one to watch. I may watch that too.
That was a TV movie, so that can't be much more than an hour or so.
Unless you got all the commercials in it, then you can't.
Right. Well, I think the whole thing is on YouTube. I think it's probably like an hour and a half, so probably about an hour runtime plus commercials.
No one should know that information.
This is true. This is true.
1 hour, 19 minutes, and 38 seconds.
1 hour, 19 minutes, 38 seconds.
Not that I watched it.
Not that I watched it recently.
I just looked it up, and then that number stuck in my head.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll probably watch anything but pregame, and then I think we're going to my sister-in-law's, actually.
Gotcha.
So
I may have it on the background. We're not going anywhere. We may, the neighbors that we usually watch football with, I mean, it's snowing here. It's snowing by you too, Pete.
Yeah.
What's the weather like by you, Harry?
It's very nice. I'm going to get a bike ride in here shortly. It's I haven't been outside in about 2 hours, but let's see here. It's 54 degrees and sunny. It's going to be a high of about 55, 56 today.
Real feel?
And it's going to be a nice day.
I thought you were going to do a Les Nessman there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now for the weather. Window.
That's right. I was looking outside. It's nice when it gets this time of year. When it gets a little warm here, the winds are usually the issue. So,
whatever.
I'm taking advantage of the fact that the sun is out, and I don't give a darn about any of the pregame bullshit. Yeah. So and I'm gonna watch it in my crawl space on my iPhone.
Although I will say that
eating my artichoke tip.
Is it one of the ESPN channels or somebody that shows like all the recaps of all the Super Bowls?
Yes.
That's kind of fun to put on.
That is.
But talking heads, no thank you. Pass.
No. You know what? I think I was mentioning this to John maybe off the air the other day. I'm not impressed with any of the talk. There's so many talking heads nowadays that when I turn on ESPN in the morning, I'm just like, I already know what this guy's going to say because he's an idiot. Because he took too many shots to the head as a third string tailback or a one good season defensive lineman or a third string quarterback. I'm just like, there's got to be better people who are willing. I mean,
well, I agree. I think if ESPN wants to improve the ratings, the three of us should go on.
Yeah, I'm willing to argue with Stephen A. Smith.
Let's go on. Let's do it.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, look, I think there's a desire now for likability as much as anything when they bring in the former athletes. It used to be they kind of had to prove their worth, right? It wasn't just anybody. You had to be kind of good at broadcasting.
Sure.
And now I think the bar has been somewhat lowered. You just get anybody who's, mildly entertaining or willing to say something dumb because that provokes, discussion and rancor and clicks. Mm. And that's kind of what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. You want to piss somebody off because you want them to interact with you, engage with you, especially on social media, because it's just going to raise their rankings and everything else.
There's no other reason for Skip Shannon other than he pisses people off.
No, yeah. I mean, if you want, I think if you want to be entertaining and informative, the show that I never miss because I love it is Inside the NBA. I mean, especially when they're all there this year, which is kind of there's not random day, but I mean. Charles, Shaq, Kenny, that's a great show.
It is.
And
it's a good show.
It just seems like there's more football talk constantly than anything else, even during the regular season. And it's just some of these so-called experts. I mean, this isn't a personal attack on him, but if Booger McFarland can be in the booth or in the stands or behind a tree doing commentary on a game, then we've got a problem. Because it's horrible. It's horrible to listen to. That's the other thing is that you have to be able to be an actual broadcaster. You have to be able to do a job that's used to be a profession, and now it's a celebrity sort of.
Yeah.
Who can get the most tweets?
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and while I agree that you don't have to be the deep voiced, and that was kind of
coming up on the show tonight.
You don't have to do that, but yeah, there is a level of professionalism and understanding of what good broadcasting is that just isn't there anymore.
And maybe some insight that's not so like the rest of the world, just so divided and about, it's like, I remember the day when people used to be able to give good insights into a game and it wasn't about picking which team was going to win.
Right.
It was about actually being an analyst Imagine
right,
that.
and everything wasn't either
analyzing what's going on,
fantastic or horrible. That's
prognosticating the outcome.
Two people could have an opinion about something, and they could go, "Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I disagree with you, but it's not a big deal to me." Right. Now everything has to be volume up.
Well, and it's only. I mean, it's even framed in a way that is meant to cause opinion and controversy.
Right.
It's like the Super Bowl is this the year where Mahomes is
this passing of the torch? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Who cares? I never heard that with when Terry Bradshaw and Roger Staubach were playing. It was more about the team. Right. And we also didn't have 24/7 sports talk.
No. You had some things on Sunday. You had once in a while there's something on a Saturday. You had your news reports on the at the very end of the news shows during the week. That was it. That's all the sports you got.
Yeah,
unless they're in the game.
HBO's NFL show back in the day. I forget, even though Chris Collinsworth was involved. Inside the NFL was great. Yeah. It would have been better.
It was even pretty good with was it Lenny Dawkins?
Yeah,
Len Dawson
and Bonacani when they first started. That was
Len Dawson, Nick Bonacani was a great shot.
That's why it was great, and that was what I was talking about. Is that there was a personality there, yet they understood the game, and there was a professionalism to how the show was done, and it was done once a week. It was kind of like Inside Baseball. Remember Inside Baseball? I mean, as a kid, that would come on. I don't know, it's what, Saturdays or something.
Saturday mornings,
and it was.
That's right.
It was.
You got caught up on the whole week.
Caught up on everything from that show, and the way, and that guy's. I forget the guy who did Inside Baseball, but he maybe had one of the most recognizable voices you'd ever hear. So recognizable that I don't know his name.
Yep. But you'd know his voice if you heard it.
But you heard the voice. You would say, "Hey, that's."
You never saw him. He was never
never on camera.
Yeah. It's unusual. Broadcasting is a very.
It's
and like it's near and dear to my heart and yours, John. And
I'm sorry, it was This Week in Baseball.
This Week in Baseball.
Yeah.
Mel
Allen.
Mel Allen. Yeah, absolutely, it was Mel Allen. You were saying, Pete?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of just sort of the way all of entertainment is trending now.
Right. It's got to be constant. Got
to be controversy, and it's
John Donovan. We beat John Donovan to it, but he had it.
Yeah, how many guys do you need to talk about the football game? You don't need five guys on the set.
No, and some of this stuff too. It's the more I listen to these folks, it's like, and everybody's got an opinion. Like, why? Nobody asked Brett Favre if Trevor Lawrence should be the first pick, or Joe Theismann, or it's just, I mean, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's gotten ridiculous. And
if you just Google right now NFL mock drafts, there's about 80 of them, and none of them match.
Well, you know what? Let's put up ours because everybody else has one too. So let's just do it. We can put up 3 different ones too. We don't even have to meld ours together. We could just put up 3 different ones.
But again, like
Jersey Johnny says.
Here's a perfect example. I guess Stafford came out and said he wanted to go anywhere but New England, right?
Right.
And so, of course, Teddy Bruschi, he's not tough enough to play in New England.
Right, of course.
So now the media has a story to run with. Brett Favre, I just saw the headline earlier today. Brett Favre throwing stones at Deshaun Watson from the porch of his glass house. It's just the way it's written. You're right.
Brett Favre throwing stones at Deshaun Watson from the roof of his glass house.
There's
actually pretty funny.
There's a reason.
It's right on. It's right on. But you're right. It's designed to divide and get people's hackles.
If there were podcasters or journalists back in the day that could tweet with Babe Ruth at 2 a.m, then Babe Ruth's legacy wouldn't be what it is, or any of these people. No. It's just you just shut up and you didn't say stupid things.
Yeah.
And I understand.
And the stupid things that you did do weren't publicized because nobody saw you doing or heard about you doing them.
Yeah.
But
Brett Favre's going to have a take on people, leveraging themselves out of situations to get on another team. Come on. How many times did Brett Favre retired more times than Cher and Kiss combined?
That's close. It's close. I'm not sure. It's damn close. It's damn close. Throw Barbra Streisand in there, then probably not.
I don't think Barbra Streisand's ever retired.
Oh, she retired like 6 times. Yeah.
Nah.
Well, retired from touring. She's gonna.
Right.
Yeah. But
let me just get to a serious topic here for a second. A question about Britt Reed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably won't have much of an effect on the game that he's not there, right?
Probably not.
No, but I mean, it's not obviously a dark cloud, and obviously the most important thing is hopefully these kids are fine. It's just.
I'm worried about the kids. I'm worried about Andy. Where's his mind at?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just he's been through a lot with all of that.
The other thing it's
tragic on all fronts, but
the reason I kind of bring it up is because apparently, according to police, that Reed,
according to Brett Favre.
Britt Reed has had multiple prior DUI contacts.
Yeah, he has. He served jail time too in Philly.
Yeah. So now I'm wondering if this is going to become a thing that the NFL is going to
look at,
investigate, and put some sort of, basically check everybody out to see who's.
Here's the thing, and there's, look, we've all, maybe not all, but there's always situations where you think you have your capacity and you get in a car or whatever the case might be. And I don't want to jump to conclusions and convict somebody without it going through the proper channels.
Sure.
But these guys make a shit ton of money. Even assistant linebacker or whatever he was, knee pad coach. Right. Get a driver. Get a driver.
Call an Uber.
Yeah. Or just get a driver or whatever the case might be. It's just it's sad.
But I guess what I'm saying
and the other thing too is if your car stalls on an on-ramp,
right,
get your kids out of the back seat and get to cover.
Yeah. Well, I guess my question is, are the teams now going to have some responsibility to look at this and go, hey, this guy keeps driving drunk. Maybe we can't have him on the staff.
Right.
Well, sure. I mean,
it's maybe that's effort because he's the head coach's son.
Right. There's reports of his drunk driving. There's reports of he's consuming alcohol, his Adderall he was taking. He served jail time in Philly for aggravated assault with a road rage incident. He pulled a gun out and pointed it at somebody in a road rage incident. It was back in
now, of course,
07 or 08 or whatever it was.
We all we love to give the second chance. We all love everybody getting the second chance, but it seems like it's been several chances here. Right. And maybe he's been good as gold for the last 3 or 4 years or whatever.
I mean, how old is
a relapse?
How old is he now? 30-something?
Something like that, yeah.
I think so.
I mean, he was 22 when the gun incident, the road rage incident happened.
Right. So that was 14 years ago. So it was probably mid-30s, yeah. Mid-30s. But yeah, it's tragic, it's sad, and you hope the kids are okay. I hope the kids are okay. One of them was in critical condition, correct?
Yeah, the 5-year-old's in critical condition. It seems like with every Super Bowl, something happens the week of the Super Bowl. It's always a horrible, related but an unpredictable type of scenario. And I mean, I hope the best for everybody involved. Absolutely. And again, I'm not saying he should be. He's 35, but the reality of this is that it's just. I feel like it has not been covered as much as maybe it would have been if it would have been somebody else and somebody else, another position, if it was a defensive coordinator or whatever the case might be.
Well, somebody, of course, it was somebody a little bit more prominent in their roles.
Right.
And
it is the head coach's son. So, I mean, that also casts a whole different layer of.
Sure. And you wonder is Andy Reid going to be able to compartmentalize this too? I'm sure he's dealing with, I mean, this isn't just his, one of his lower level assistant coaches. This is his son.
It's family and it's his son. Yeah. He'll be able to, he's going to have to.
Yeah. But here's the real question. This is maybe the most important question, I think, in my opinion.
Go for it.
What do you need an outside linebackers coach for? No, nothing against Brett himself, but do you really so the
linebackers coach isn't
presumably
enough.
There's an inside linebackers coach too. Kind of seems like
break it down even more. There's a right inside linebacker coach, so each player has his own coach.
It kind of seems like
there's at least two.
The coach wanted to bring his son on board, and we already have coach. Well, we have a linebackers coach already. Oh, yeah, but do you have an outside linebackers coach, Dad? Well, no, we don't. Okay, here you go. Welcome aboard, son.
That's right. Well,
how specialized do you need?
Backup place kickers. The coach of the backup place kickers. So doesn't coach the starting place kicker, just the backups.
Yeah. No, not the starting place kicker.
Only the left-handed throwers. The quarterback's coach only for lefties. Even if there's none on the roster, you still have to be there just in case.
Coach.
The left-handed potential Wildcat players coach.
That's right. The guards coach, the tackles coach, the centers coach.
We got two guys that might run the Wildcat for us. We got a coach just.
We got to coach just them, just that play, over and over and over and over and over again.
We got 8 Wildcat plays.
They handle other plays throughout the entire game every week, but this coach handles the Wildcat.
Wildcat plays.
Just that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
So.
much too special.
And not for the whole squad, not for the whole team.
No, just for those two guys.
Just those two guys.
Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, every NFL team averages 15 assistant coaches. 15
assistant coaches.
That's not coordinators. Yeah. That's not head coaches. 15.
We all should have been place kickers that had moderate careers in the NFL and then place kicker coaches.
Right.
We'd all be rich.
I mean, if we were place kickers, we'd all still be maybe playing.
We could be. Oh, I don't know about that.
Who are you? Well, speak for yourself, Blanda.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm going to cut off my shoe and strap it up.
You can make a case for it that we could have been. You know, why not?
No,
you're coming out 6 times a game and kicking a ball.
Yeah, none of us are built to be place kickers.
No.
I don't know. I could throw a lot of weight behind my leg.
Sebastian Janikowski was not the norm.
Yeah, that's
he's like that 5'9" gymnast.
Not everybody can be Ralph Bernurshka. Not everybody can be Ralph Bernurshka.
That's true. Do either one of you guys want to change your Super Bowl prediction before the game?
I do not.
No,
I do not.
Although I'm surprised how many people are picking Tampa Bay.
There's
a lot of people are, yeah.
There's a lot of people jumping ship, if you will. There's a lot of people on last night. I mean, they interviewed a few people on NFL Honors. Here I'm talking about that again. But they brought Saquon Barkley on at one point, and he said he's hoping it would be nice to see Brady get a 7th ring. That was Saquon's statement. It would be nice to see Brady get a 7th ring.
Saquon's making sure he doesn't ruffle any feathers.
He doesn't want to do anything to piss anyone off.
When Brady re-signs another 3-year contract in a year, Saquon might want to go to Tampa.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Larry Fitzgerald said that he's obviously
they're NFC guys.
Well, it's not even that. Larry Fitzgerald's going to root for his former coach too. You know.
Yeah.
So he's big, obviously.
That's
Bruce
true.
Arians guy.
Arians is we don't talk about him very much, but he is one of the most interesting head coaches I think to ever coach in the NFL. He is not your typical. He's not cut out of the mold of typical head coaches.
Right.
He's an interesting cat, and I've underestimated him before, but this will be interesting. The coaching matchup is a really interesting one.
And I've heard that you really like the hat he wears too.
Well, the hat, the shield, the hat. Well, sometimes he wears a good hat. For a while there, him and Andy Reid were trying to figure out, how to do the mask thing because now they're wearing face shields and. I mean, they should just put a 1960s astronaut.
Why is there so much extra room in Andy Reid's mask?
For the buffalo wings.
Yeah, what it is. It's like put a wing inside it while he's standing there. Right?
Yes. One of the assistant coaches is now just Andy Reid's face shield wiper.
He's the.
I thought he was a shield. You paused on the wiper part.
He sits on his head, feeds him chicken wings, and blocks COVID.
He's the Buffalo Wings and Pigs and Blankets coach.
That's right. I mean,
keep the man supplied. I don't want to hear excuses.
I've been saying this for over 2 years now. You're missing an opportunity, a great branding opportunity. If you just team up with a barbecue sauce, hopefully one out of Kansas City, and if the Chiefs win, dump barbecue sauce on Andy Reid. I'm telling you. Right, you need 2 cameras, a wide shot, a good editor, and you got yourself the best endorsement deal of all time.
Anybody hearing this Casey masterpiece? Anybody hearing?
That's right.
Get a vat of it together. Get down to Tampa and get this done.
Get it in a Gatorade bucket, but obviously we don't want Gatorade on there unless Gatorade, the barbecue flavored Gatorade is not great.
It's not. It's not bad, but it's not great.
Not bad. No, it's a summer drink.
I haven't tried it.
It goes much better it goes much better in July.
That's right.
But so that would be really sweet. Did either of you watch SNL last night?
No, not yet.
They had.
I didn't watch it last night yet.
You didn't watch it last night yet?
I'm gonna go back in time and watch it.
So it's not gonna be SNL anymore, right? It's gonna be SNR. Repeat. Anyway, bad joke.
Yes, very good.
The intro.
Edit that out.
I'll take that out. The intro was a football thing. It was trying to be one of the football shows or whatever, and they had Kenan Thompson was what's his face on Fox. I forget. Anyway, they were interviewing both Bruce Arians and Andy Reid, and the same. What's that? Ada. What's the one? What's its name? The one cast member on SNL's name. What's her name?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, she played both, and she was switching back and forth.
She played Bruce Arians.
It was pretty funny. My point in
Kate McKinnon.
No, not Kate McKinnon. The Ada or Aunt whatever his name is. She's a little bigger.
You can't say that, John.
Bigger personality.
Bigger
Personality wise.
She's got a bigger personality.
She's got a bigger personality than Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon's very demure and quiet. She talks like this. But
yeah, all right.
Just keep digging.
Digging a hole. He's digging a hole. He's digging a hole. He's digging a hole.
My point is, watch it. It was actually funny. There you go.
Okay.
By the way, Miami and the Knicks tied at 28 now with 11.
Oh my God!
In the first half,
they're gonna blow that score right out of the.
What's the? Are they in the second yet?
Yeah, 11 minutes left in the second.
11 minutes left in the second. 28.
So they could get to.
And we're not talking combined. We're talking just the Knicks.
No, look, they might get to 40.
Yeah, but it's going to be. They make it to 40, but we're talking combined final score for the.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that
It's
high.
going to be 20-20. I think they're going to score more points than that. And if it's a low-scoring game.
23-19.
If it's a low-scoring game, I think we all agree that Tampa is definitely going to be favored if it's a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
High-scoring game, I think it's a high-scoring game because Kansas City's winning. But anyway.
Kenan Thompson was James Brown.
There you go. Yeah, he was
okay.
James Brown.
I was going to say Kurt Menefee.
No, I was going to say Kurt Menefee, and then I realized it wasn't Kurt Menefee, so that's why I didn't say it. I wasn't
not as smooth as James Brown.
Well, not that James Brown.
No. But here's the thing: James Brown has gotten
80 Bryant.
80 Bryant. 80 Bryant.
I thought you were saying Amy.
No.
It's been a while. So sometimes
80 Bryant.
James Brown.
She's funny. She's hysterical.
Should be in movies too because he's gotten a lot better. If you remember back in the early days when they brought on some of these goofball ex-players, there were times when you could just see his grinding his teeth at some of the stuff that would go on. He's gotten much. The players have gotten much better too, but he's gotten much better, I think, at hiding any disdain that he has. I'm sure he's longing for the old broadcast.
I mean, he hasn't gone quite as far as Ernie on Inside the NBA, but he's definitely learned to But he just is the straight guy. They'll say something and he'll just be like, "Okay, and now,
yeah.
Now for the Zelgen play of the day."
Zelgen's play of the day. The Cialis long extended play.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a skit right there. I mean, just Terry Bradshaw's a Saturday Night Live skit in and of himself.
Sure.
And yet
put him out there,
and yet he makes the most sense sometimes out of all of them.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah,
it really does. Yeah. But that would
where is Jimmy Johnson in like a box somewhere? Like he hasn't been on his hair. He's afraid to go outside.
He's been in a bubble since March last year. He's just in a box. He's home in a box. That's it.
He's probably on his boat.
That's true too.
4 miles offshore.
He's like
in the international waters.
Down below deck, and he's just on the camera. Yeah.
Every now and then a chopper buzzes by and drops off a care package, and Jimmy's just fine.
He is.
He's just
fine. Yeah, I know he's fine. I'm just wondering, do we really need Jimmy Johnson anymore on Inside? I mean, what demographic is that show going after? I mean, those guys are old even for us.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, because I could already see who they would replace them, and it would be fucking horrible.
Yeah. Be careful what you.
No, it's all right. Yeah, keep Jimmy in his boat with the remote.
Keep Jimmy in his boat. Well, I mean, he's got a good rapport going on with Mike Strahan. So
they do.
So
they did bring in Tony Gonzalez. So
they did. Yeah, Tony's fine. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you know what? I mean, Terry Bradshaw really does speak to a much younger generation too. A lot of the time. So
he does. He's sort of become the Madden of his, sure. in a way.
Absolutely,
because he's the zany, idiot savant, which he's not, but he comes across that way.
No, but he's that's kind of always been
his shtick.
Right. Yeah, well, it's been his reputation, so now he's kind of,
right.
playing into it a little bit.
Playing into it and aging into it.
Aging into it, the right phrase.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's actually getting there,
right?
After 35 years of not really being that guy.
That's right.
Turning into that guy now.
In 20 years, that's what Charles Barkley will be.
Yeah.
Although Barkley's already shown up on the set without pants on, so yeah.
That's a normal occurrence, isn't it?
So have I.
Well, that's why we don't have. That's why we.
That's why the camera's right there.
That's right. That's right.
Closer the better.
Exactly. Well, all right. Well, I think it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be a fun game. I think there's going to be some interesting stuff talked about before, but I think you're right. I'm not going to watch the entire thing. I don't think anybody is going to watch everything that leads up to it. And you know what? There's so many different networks. NFL Network's doing stuff. CBS is doing stuff. ESPN's doing stuff. So I mean, you can't watch all of it, right?
No. Who's the halftime show? Bachman Turner Overdrive.
BTO is the halftime show.
Kathleen Turner Overdrive.
Kathleen Turner Overdrive. It's combined.
It's Boston. Singing. It's Boston. They're doing their seventh album, and that's
entire. They're going to do a live abbreviated version of their 9th album.
That's exactly. Right. Yeah. No, Jethro Tull is actually coming out and doing.
That's right. They're doing their
They're doing the extended version of Aqualung for halftime.
I mean, I just watched a video of some of the worst Super Bowl halftime performances.
I think Tom Petty was the best.
There was some really.
Who was pretty good.
Yeah. Which we got. There was
Prince was good.
Oh yeah, Prince was good. Prince is always good.
Even Prince was even good when Justin Timberlake a couple of years
ago. There's not going to be a hologram of Prince
in Minnesota in Super Bowl 52 when he did the tribute to Prince.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't watch.
Yeah, look, I'd like to actually, if you get the holograms out, do Prince and Tupac.
Sure,
I think that would be great. That'd be
Prince
great.
And Tupac.
Prince hologram and a Tupac hologram. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Why not? What the hell?
Biggie Smalls too. Put them all in there.
Yeah, put them all up there.
The weekend is
the weekend. Yes, the weekend or the weekend.
The weekend. Sheldon, the weekend.
Do they have? Is there another song other than the one that everybody's heard?
I haven't heard it.
Well, there's the
you haven't even heard that one.
He's the My Face Is Numb guy,
and I won't.
Then there's a new one.
You might hear it tonight if you pay attention to the halftime.
Unless Black Flag regroups and plays the halftime show, I'm not watching it. Yeah.
Well,
they are, but they're going to do a Britney Spears.
That's right.
And they got Britney Spears coming out. She's going to reprise the Janet Jackson role from the
Rollins singing Britney Spears would be definitely worth halftime entertainment watching.
Oh, that was one of the ones in the video was the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh God!
And then Slash came out and
did she pee herself? Fergie, whatever her name is.
No, she sang "Sweet Child of Mine," but she tried to sing like Axl Rose.
She did piss herself. She did. She did piss herself on stage once.
Not in the Super Bowl though.
Not at the Super Bowl. No, save that for another time.
That was another. Yeah. It was a special event. You can't have that in the Super Bowl. It just takes away from the game.
Yeah. Well. I
mean, the last time somebody took away from the game with the halftime show was Janet Jackson. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll take a nipple from Janet Jackson over the weekend anytime.
CBS is missing the boat.
The thing is, you're gonna pay more for a chick pissing herself than you are for just a exposed nipple.
Those
kind of things cost extra.
That's big bucks.
As my credit card shows.
What if you can combine it in the same show, though? I mean,
that's hard to find.
Janet Jackson's nipple.
Well, if you do both simultaneously, then nobody knows where to look.
And holograms of Tupac and Biggie Smalls behind them.
Oh, that's good stuff.
There you go.
And just the best of.
It's the best of.
It's a commemorative.
Right. Maybe for like the 100th Super Bowl. They'll just have a retread best of halftime shows.
That would be interesting. That would be
awesome. Imagine the technology involved with that.
45 years from now. We'll be in our 90s.
I'm wondering how many halftime shows I've actually ever seen. I bet there's been 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen a few of them. I haven't watched a bunch. I watched last year only because the seat I was sitting in was facing the TV.
Who was it last year?
Shakira and J-Lo.
Yeah, I think I saw some clips of that, but I did not see that. Let's see. I'm going through.
We usually watch the Puppy Bowl.
Wait, Maroon 5 with who did? But they did it with like. Yeah, definitely didn't see that.
Yeah, that was with Spider-Man, I think.
Although that Maroon 5 is MILF nip. It's just if you want.
I think that was probably a no shirt performance, right?
Probably.
Speaking of MILF nip, Justin Timberlake was the year before, and then Lady Gaga. It looks like she came down on some cables.
That was pretty good.
She's a good performer.
I did watch that one, and that was pretty good. Actually,
she's actually pretty.
That was impressive.
But then we had Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars. Jesus.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible.
Well, you go back all the way back to 2014 with the Super Bowl in MetLife.
Coldplay is really the equivalent of is to the Alarm as what Radiohead is to U2.
Yeah. But that's a good
okay. Well,
like that analogy.
You just fried a bunch of brains, including mine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Katy Perry. I missed Katy Perry at the Super Bowl.
What about? I just said. What about Bruno Mars was the headliner
with
back
Lenny
in
Kravitz?
2014 with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, here we go. Bruno Mars again with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, I missed that. I didn't see that.
That was the one in MetLife.
Beyonce again.
That was Seattle Broncos.
Yeah, again. Madonna, Super Bowl. Yeah. Vogue and Like a Prayer. I missed that.
Go back to 19.
The Black Eyed Peas, I guess, played with Slash.
Yeah.
And whoever that really annoying guy is.
Carrot Top.
No, Carrot Top. That'd be great. Yeah, Bill Burr's doing the halftime show. I don't know why I'm out here. Fuck y'all.
Carrot Top.
Yeah.
He said a really annoying guy.
That's your go-to really annoying guy is Carrot Top.
Usher is the.
Usher. There you go.
Oh
Usher is who I'm talking. The Who. This is the last one I saw was the Who.
Yeah.
There you go. Who?
Usher's a good performer though.
Yeah, he is.
Didn't Springsteen do a halftime once?
Springsteen did it the year before that. I didn't see that. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, I did see.
Trying to think of what rockers.
Prince was the year before, so they had a good couple years there.
There was a couple years.
Oh, the Stones were on it, right? Yeah, that was terrible.
All the way back to 1995.
Paul McCartney, 2005. Janet Jackson, Kid Rock, Diddy, Nelly, and Justin Timberlake. Oh God.
Yeah,
that was the nipple year.
Except for the nipple, that was kind of a disaster.
Yeah. The nipple was performed better than all of them combined. That's it. That's your Super Bowl halftime live performances.
You skip and you go all the way back to 95 though. If you think about
they have
everybody
one of 17 here. So I'm looking at.
You got the Disney one.
If you go all the way back to 95, and it was Super Bowl crap.
Who cares?
Yeah, whatever it was.
Super Bowl crap.
Yeah, it was 49ers and the Chargers.
And the Chargers performed at halftime?
The Chargers performed at halftime, yeah.
That's the only time they performed.
But Tony Bennett was the halftime show.
Yeah, see, we were just going downhill pretty quick here. It's like, the year before that, I'm sure it was Aretha Franklin.
It was, actually. It was. Aretha Franklin with The Who.
With The Who, yeah. Which would be a good show.
It would be a great show, actually.
Yeah.
You got to have contrast. That would be awesome. But the Super Bowl shows last year was pretty good. I got to admit, it was pretty good with Shakira and J-Lo.
Yeah, and if it was even good probably with the sound off.
It was better with the sound off.
There was sound.
Yeah.
But,
I heard this. I heard right before the weekend is going to be Kaja Gugu is performing.
Kaja Gugu and Talk. Talk.
What's his name died. So
it's a hologram.
Talk was actually a great band.
Yeah.
I don't know about great.
And they were great.
And they wrote a good song that
they had some early stuff that was really good.
They wrote a good song that Gwen Stefani made a lot of money off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for Gwen. Gwen Stefani hasn't performed at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
That's weird.
I'm surprised they're wheeling her and her hillbilly husband out. I mean, that seems like the most American thing to do, right?
That would be interesting.
You know what? It's
why would they wheel them out though?
Put
them in wheelbarrows. Just
Bill Maher had a great commentary about them a couple months ago.
I mean, that was good. Yeah, if they can get along, why can't we?
Yeah, he's like they have to stay together just to prove to the rest of us that.
Yeah, they're the new slightly less crypt keeper looking version of James Carville and Mary Matlin.
Oh, you mean they're actually alive?
Hey, Carville, I wish Carville was announcing the Super Bowl, just drunk live stream. I'd watch it without a doubt.
That was a Republican play. It goes backwards.
MSNBC's Super Bowl coverage is James Carville and Reverend Al Sharpton.
Wasn't he an old school Will Ferrell? Was he an old?
Yeah, James Carville's fantastic with special guest commentary from
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Yeah, and John Heinlein.
And John Heinlein. Yeah. So. All right. Well,
that'd be great. Yeah.
Well, we've definitely taken up a lot of your time
That's right.
to break up the monotony, and hopefully we've broken up a decent amount of the monotony for you, and we hope you have enjoyed it.
3 minutes left in the first half. It's knotted. Oh, sorry, 51-48 Knicks.
It's going to be
51-48 Knicks
with 3 minutes left. This could be interesting.
It's going to be a nail biter.
Yeah, I still don't think you're going to win that bet, which obviously we'll know before if we stay on the.
Maybe this will be another. What was the last Patriots Super Bowl? 7-3.
Haven't won anything else.
13-3. I'm sorry.
Haven't won anything else lately, so
yeah,
keep my record intact.
You've won best Marie Kondo in a small box on the right side of you.
I've seen
no one has put her into a smaller box.
I've seen it move. She's trying to get out of there. I've seen it move a couple of times.
She'll get out. She's got shit to do.
So,
I threw a couple of spiders in there too, so
to keep her.
She's arranging them. She's arranging them by which.
You look better over here. You don't bring me joy. Get out.
She's like, do you really need all of those legs?
Yeah.
Which legs bring you joy?
I mean, you've got 8 of them. It's time to let some of them go.
Yeah. I've never actually seen. Is it a TV show that she has?
I don't know. I haven't. I think so. Yeah.
I've never actually seen it. The TV's about. I mean,
they got to put her together with Hoarders.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Hoarders TV.
That'd be great.
Yeah. She just walks into the. It all needs to go.
What happens?
She's gonna walk in and turn around and walk out.
Is that she winds up in a box on a Hoarder show.
And they keep her. They hoard her in the back. You see her, and they tape it up good. She ain't getting out of there.
By the time they get rid of the old newspapers,
she's one of 6 small women residing somewhere in a cardboard box. Yeah. There's a small
gonna find her in an abandoned Florida storage unit.
That's right.
Inside a box. A guy's outside bidding. That box moved. I'm gonna go as high as 800.
I'm going. I'm not going anymore.
I have to up my game on my understanding of Marie Kondo. Does she speak English or does she only speak Japanese?
I don't know.
Yes.
Pete, ask her. She's in the box behind you.
She's in the box. Pete, ask her.
Do you speak English?
What'd she say?
Maybe.
Yeah. She said maybe. She said maybe.
I did find. I mean, what she's worked herself into having a collaborative collection at the Container Store.
Collection at the Container Store.
That is
say that fast 5 times.
That is an OCD collector's Super Bowl right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
It's just It's anyway.
That's where she goes to sign the autographs for her new book.
Clear acrylic boxes.
Signings at what is that store? Collective Containers.
The Container Store. She's going to sign. She's going to
collaborative collective.
She's just going to sign acrylic boxes with
Tupperware.
And anything that brings you joy, you put in the box.
Bring your Tupperware and get it signed. Yeah.
You know what gives those people joy is going and buying the boxes, but never actually organizing anything.
No. They have all the boxes. They're ready to organize. They just never do. So
yeah,
that should be interesting. But anyway.
And with that, folks.
And with that, we will let you go. Make sure you get all of your finger foods, your chicken wings, your pigs in a blanket, your uduvers. And all of that good, happy horse shit.
And on Wednesday, we'll be letting all of you know if this Super Bowl brought us joy or if we throw it away.
We will let you know, yes, because we're DVRing it, so we'll keep it if it brought us joy. We will.
I'm taping on my Betamax.
You're taping on your Betamax.
Yeah, I gotta make sure the tinfoil's in the right location.
I actually set up a dictation cassette deck, and I'm recording the audio off the TV from.
I'm going to film my TV on my.
There you go.
Sony Handycam.
There you go.
Next week we're going to play a game.
And I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it like this.
While it's playing.
Well, it's playing.
Next week we're gonna play a game. Pick a random object and see if Pete has it in the room behind him or in front of him.
And odds are, with the over/under is always take the over, but you
know what?
You never know.
That is interesting. Here's what I think we could actually do. It would be legitimate and fun. I could list like 3 or 4 items, and only one of them is actually behind me. And then you guys could pick which one you think is.
I think if you put your bathrobe on and a blindfold, and we spin you around, and then just pick something random.
We could do both of those. 2 different shows right there.
There we go.
There you go.
And yesterday, by the way, I had the bathrobe on all day. I showered in the morning, and then I just
too much information.
Spent the day in the bathrobe.
That's a good day. You had yourself a little spa day, huh?
Wait till you look. When I put the bathrobe on, you're gonna go, "Oh, I can see why you did that."
Oh, I think we should all do a show in bro.
We could do a bathrobe show.
I don't have a bathrobe.
Johnny, are you gonna have?
I'll have to make a jersey into a bathrobe.
I was gonna say you're gonna have to get like a New York Knicks bathrobe.
Johnny's got a Charleston Chiefs bathrobe.
I got a
Toledo Mud Hens bathrobe.
That's right.
I got it. What was the old? Never mind. I got a USFL.
He's got a Cosmos
Jersey Generals bathrobe.
A Cosmos kimono.
I got a Memphis Grizzlies from the WFL.
That's right. He's got a Generals. Smoking jacket.
A Washington Generals
autographed by Herschel Walker and Donald Trump.
Jersey Generals.
Oh, I thought you meant big.
Herschel Walker and Brian Sipe both autographed it.
And Donald Trump.
Yes, of course.
I think the Washington Generals would be better, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. He's got a Civil War.
I got a Civil War musket that I'll hold next to me.
Yeah.
All that's coming up on future episodes.
Absolutely.
Folks.
Stay tuned.
Don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss that. Or the What's in Pete's Room show. That's it. I'm going to get.
So, all right, I'm going to go watch some Marie Kondo and organize my chips and dip.
I'm going to organize the chips and dip. I got the chili going. I'll let you know how it is. Not that you're all going to be sitting with bated breath waiting to find out how it is, but it'll be good. But we'll wrap up the show for today. Thanks for
maybe Jess will have to give a guest appearance and rate your chili.
She can do that. She can give a guest appearance and rate.
I'm assuming she's somewhere in your house and not in that room with Pete.
She's not in. She's in the box with Marie Kondo right now. They're discussing whether or not I make good chili or Pete has a lot of stuff.
No.
Do you really need all that chili? That's a big pot. Which part of the pot brings you joy? Anyway, we'll wrap it up.
Let me show you, Clarice.
Let me show you to my chili. Anyway, thanks for. Hopefully, we broke up your day for you. Thanks for watching. And if you're rewatching it, thanks for rewatching it. We'll actually post this on the audio podcast too, so you can always check that out. And please don't forget to visit our website, www.logaroom.com. That's LEGERROM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel. All of them are at The Logger Room. Remember, we go live with the regular weekly video podcast on Facebook and YouTube every Wednesday at 7:30. And for those of you that want to just listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, and Stitcher. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show, especially the ones with Marie Kondo and My Chili and Pete's Room. Silence on the other end. Nothing.
60-59 Heat.
59 is the magic number for the Knicks.
59 is the magic number.
I think I got a shot.
You might have a shot.
I did say they were going to put up 60 in the first half, did I not?
60, yeah, you did.
And then 30 in the second half.
But 30 in the second. They'll have to to your rate. You said 98 points, so it'll be 30. So it'll be 29 points.
No, I said they put up 30 and
39. Yeah, so it'll be 30.
They'd win 90-88.
So the combined score has to be 58 or less for you to win.
Yep, there you go.
Tie goes to the runner.
Tie goes to the runner. Well, which is the runner? Is Pete the runner?
I'm not much of a runner, but
all right. So the tie goes to the other way.
Tie goes to us.
Tie goes to us.
So, you know what? If it's a tie, I get half a cup of coffee.
Half a cup of coffee.
You get half a chili.
You only get a half a cup of chili. But anyway.
All right.
Thanks for following along. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and we will talk to you on Wednesday, folks. Have a good week and a good game tonight. Take care, folks.
See you.
Cheers.
Peace.